Smart, savvy Republicans who value their public reputations know to stay clear of Pete Buttigieg. And then there's Marco Rubio, who should have known that slamming the right to gay marriage in America would grab the attention of Joe Biden's transportation secretary and the smartest man in politics today. If you're not following this story, earlier this week, Senator Tammy Baldwin, who is gay, was in an elevator as Marco Rubio slithered in while speaking to a CNN reporter, calling last week's vote on a bill to codify same-sex marriage into federal law a, quote, stupid waste of time. It's important to note that 47 House Republicans joined with Democrats to pass that bill on marriage equality last week. It's called the Respect for Marriage Act, and it would formally repeal 1996's Defense of Marriage Act, which defined marriage as between a man and woman only. Now, that definition was actually struck down in the courts, but the Defense of Marriage Act was never removed from the books. This new bill takes care of that and also requires state governments to recognize marriages legally performed in other states. By the way, the law was written to include not only gay marriage, but interracial marriage. So wake up and pay attention, Clarence Thomas. Your right to be married to a callous authoritarian boner shrinker is on the chopping block too. A few months ago, we wouldn't have thought much about needing this protection, but now that all these trigger laws are kicking in across the country with the Supreme Court's repeal of Roe versus Wade, America has woken up to realize that their rights can be taken away at any moment. Yes, taxpayers, the Republicans went after women's rights in the morning, and they'll be coming for gay rights before the sun sets. Why? Because they always need a group to demonize. Marco Rubio knows this, and in a moment I'll take down that ignorant little Floridian fart, so stand by. But first, let's hear what Pete had to say on the subject.
If he's got time to fight against Disney, I don't know why he wouldn't have time to help safeguard marriages like mine. Look, our marriage deserves to be treated equally, and I don't know why this would be hard for a senator or a congressman. I don't understand how such a majority of House Republicans voted no on our marriage on as recently as Tuesday, hours after I was in a room with a lot of them talking about transportation policy, having what I thought were perfectly normal conversations with many of them on that subject, only for them to go around the corner and say that my marriage doesn't deserve to continue. If they don't want to spend a lot of time on this, they can vote yes and move on.
Marco Rubio's home state newspaper wants him out of government as much as the rest of us do. Take a look at this. This is from the editorial board of the Sun-Sentinel in Florida from a few years back. Quote, Rubio has missed more votes than any other senator. His seat is regularly empty for floor votes, committee meetings, and intelligence briefings. You are paid $174,000 a year to represent us. You are ripping us off. Either do your job, Senator Rubio, or resign. We all remember Marco ran for the presidency in 2016. Remember when he came across that big bad wolf named Chris Christie? No, Marco Rubio isn't as smart as Pete Buttigieg, and he's not even as smart as Chris Christie, who unmasked him on the debate stage for the fraud that he is.
Let's dispel once and for all with this fiction that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. Barack Obama is undertaking a systematic effort to change this country. But I would add this, let's dispel with this fiction that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is trying to change this country. He wants America to become more like the rest of the world.
I want the people at home to think about this. That's what Washington, D.C. does. The memorized 25-second speech that is exactly what his advisors gave him.
He left and came back to campaign. Those are the facts. Here's the bottom line. This notion that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing is just not true.
There it is.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
The memorized 25-second speech.
And there's also someone else who's probably not a big Marco Rubio fan, and that's this little kid, the one Rubio conked on the head with a football, right square in the beanbag too. You won't be sorry you saw this.
A game of catch with Republican presidential candidate Marco Rubio did not go so well.
Okay, so we've established there aren't many Marco Rubio fans out there. The facts are the facts. Marco Rubio voted against the American Rescue Plan. Marco Rubio voted to defund Planned Parenthood. Marco Rubio voted against equal pay protection for women. Most importantly, Marco Rubio voted against a national commission to investigate the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, because Marco Rubio thought that you already knew everything you needed to know about that. Despite all of this, it's important to know that Marco Rubio is going to be very tough to beat in November, and that's because of this guy, Norman Brayman. Norman Brayman is a Florida billionaire, and he wanted Marco Rubio to be president in 2016 so badly that he donated millions of dollars to Marco's campaign to try to make that happen. So you get it, Marco Rubio is smart enough to know that he's a lousy politician with no charisma or smarts or style, so he tacked his tentacles onto his own little tycoon piggy bank, who pays to cover up the fact that Marco Rubio couldn't find his own asshole if his hands were glued to his butt cheeks with a sign reading, "Your asshole is here, Marco." For more Republicans who don't personally hate gays, but are more than happy to throw them under the bus to further their own political agenda, head to YouCantBeatBlue and subscribe to our videos on YouTube. Or else I'm gonna have to go get a job.